Alright guys, so today I'm going to be talking about frog fishing, and I'm going to talk about what kind of frogs I like to use, how I like to use them, and what do I like to pair them with. So as you can see, I do have a couple frogs. Mainly they are Boyah Pad Crashers because those are my favorite frogs to use. And why I like to use them so much is because they are versatile. You can use them pretty much anywhere, and it'll get the job done. Versus when you take, let's say, like this LunkerHunt. I can throw these, but when I do throw the LunkerHunts, sometimes they do get tangled with the legs, and it does make it harder to use it. The LunkerHunt is so soft that it will get stuck on branches very easily. But I do like to throw this in clear water, extremely clear water, and around lily pads, but not too heavy cover so they can still see this. They do have that yellow, and the yellow is really good to pop out in the water. So if I had to only pick out of all of these only one, I would definitely pick the albino pad crasher, because it's so versatile, especially with Boyah Pad Crashers. The rubber that they use is extremely durable, and it is soft, but it's not as soft as something such as a LunkerHunt. While a LunkerHunt is extremely soft, you barely have to push on it, versus the albino is a little more durable, but it is soft as well. On the Pad Crasher is better than the hookups on a Spro, which has much smaller. It has a much smaller space in order to get hookups. So when I like something, I like to get a lot of it, different color variations that they have, to see if they're better. If you like a company, then why not stick with it? But that doesn't mean exclude yourself to only one company. Boyah Pad Crashers, they are usually around $6 to $8, depending on tax or what store you go to. So I'm going to be talking about how I like to use these and present them to the fish. So if you are getting new into frog fishing, I recommend getting either 2 or 3 colors. That is a white one, a black one, and also a natural color, such as this. So bass, they always see the bottom of your frog, the underbelly. And you want black for when the water is murky. You want a natural color for when the water is clear, and you also want white when it's either or. So if you look at all my frogs, most of them are cut down a little shorter. See, as you can see, that albino Pad Crasher, it's cut a little bit, not a whole lot, but it is noticeably shorter. And that is because, with all frogs, you can cut it. It was just, a lot of leg material that I didn't really need. It's just extra there that kept on getting annoying because it kept on overlapping with the hooks and ruining the action. But the thing is, why I haven't cut this is because this one pond where every fisherman there was throwing, bird lures. Well, I shouldn't say bird lures, lures that were shaped in birds. And I was thinking why, and as you can see, when I went there, I didn't realize that there were birds everywhere because I was too busy fishing. And I'm looking around after I was finished fishing, and I see a bunch of birds, everywhere. And there's baby birds in the trees. And fishermen were just throwing these in open water, and I wasn't into, big swim bait fishing, so I didn't have no birds or anything. But luckily I bought this at, I think I bought this at Bass Pro Shops. Luckily I bought it the day before, and when I went fishing, that it did, when it hits the water, I thought it was supposed to resemble, some kind of frog, but in the water when you throw this, I was so surprised because the bass came and just took this. I was, skipping it under this one tree, and I would see why this bass went for it, because when it hit the water, it looked like a little bird that just fell off a tree and could not swim. It has that gray leg material that looked like feathers or wings in the water, because it did spread out a little bit when I slapped it on the water. And that's why you want to try something new, try something different. And that's why, when the fish are pressured to get into birds, to eat birds, they want something a little different that does not resemble exactly what it eats. So, I threw this in and caught bass on it. It was awesome. And not only does Booyah make just, frog colors, they also make shad colors. And this is a good one because when the shad, there's the shad runs where all the shad are mating and spawning, there's a lot of bass jumping down on them. So when you throw something like this, you don't even have to throw this near trees or lily pads. You can throw this in open water as long as there's a little bit of structure such as grass where there would be shad mating, then you're pretty much set. This is all you need, It does resemble a shad or a bait fish, which is awesome because bass were going for this. And with Boyah Pad Crasher, the crazy colors that they made, not necessarily like the frog basic colors, were I think the most effective. So other frogs that I have are by LiveTarget, and I do have the LunkerHunt that they have that do have appendages on the sides for frogs. So if you compare this to a Booyah, if you compare, it has a little more natural colors, and it also has, these appendages that are the feet. And I seen online, some reviews said that they had, problems with the frog ripping its legs by bass. I had no problems. There are bass that took this. This has been beat, and it's still holding on, the legs, and the legs is extremely durable. It's like the elastic from the Z-Man chatterbaits that are extremely durable. But another product by LiveTarget, and that is the LiveTarget Sunfish. And this is not a frog, but it does have the same application as a frog, because it does have the 2 hooks, the weights. It is a hollow bait, and it is a topwater lure. The only problem I had with this was it was a little pricey. This one I think was $15 to $16. I'm not sure, can't remember. But it does have 12-power hooks, and they are really sharp. They do have a small gap for hookups, but I got the smaller version because bass inhale this, and that's why they don't need a huge ridge for the hookups to come. Bass do just come and inhale it, and then most of the times it either gets hooked inside the mouth or inside the mouth. These are really sharp, so watch out on them. And they do have other designs, and I like to pick this one. I think it's the pumpkin seed color. And this is perfect for ponds. If you love going pond fishing, you go camping, you go pond fishing, that's pressured a little bit. You might use live bait, live bluegill, but you don't want to hassle with live bait. You can throw this in, it works great. It has a good bopping action underwater. It goes under and then scoops back into top water, and it does resemble a dying sunfish. So the rod and reel setup that I have, it is the loose carbon blue speed stick. And when you go frog fishing, you want a tall pole. You want it to be medium heavy or light to heavy, so your pole doesn't snap. And you want a gear ratio to be around 7 to 1, because you want it as fast as possible. Because when you're bass fishing with frogs, you got the frog and it's going, and from your point of view, it's going like this, and the bass is coming towards you. So you want to get that line to you as fast as you can. Plus, it does have a 5+1 ball bearing system, and it comes with an IM6 graphite rod by Speedstick. And the power of it is, medium heavy. That's what you want when you're frog fishing. It's a 6 to 10 pull. So it's 6 feet 10 inches pull. In conclusion, you need 3 things in order to go frog fishing: nice, durable frogs, a nice rod and reel combo, and a couple of good lines that you can use. And that's all. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Like and comment what you want me to do next.